Hey everyone, today we're gonna make a caprese and pesto stuffed portobello mushrooms. Oh, and stay through to the end because I have some amazing storage hacks for you. You have to see this hack for peeling garlic. Okay, and this is a recipe, this is a wine pairing recipe. This is made to go with a Petite Sirah, but specifically a sustainable Petite Sirah. You have to check out sipcertified.org. Check out their website. You can find all these delicious, tasty green wines. The thing that's great about green wine is they farm for the planet, right? So they do really, really cool things. So check them out. But let's get to making this fun, delicious recipe. Okay, so the first thing you do is you're gonna set your oven to 400 degrees. And now you're gonna take your portobello mushrooms and you're gonna take off the stems, and then you're gonna use a spoon and scrape out those gills. Carefully, you don't wanna break the mushrooms. Scrape out the gills and then go ahead and just rinse the mushrooms. Yes, you can wash your mushrooms, rinse the mushrooms, and then you're gonna let them dry. So while those mushrooms are drying, we're gonna make a butter mixture to brush them with. So you take your melted butter, add the salt, add the garlic, and like I said, be sure to stay through to the end because I got some tips on garlic, and then go ahead and add some parsley and whisk that together. When your mushrooms are dry, you're gonna take that mixture and you're just gonna brush all over the mushroom. Place the mushrooms that have been brushed with the butter mixture on a parchment lined baking sheet. And check out this trick for getting your parchment paper on the pan, right? So it's a little hard to keep in place, but if you crumple it all up like you're gonna throw it away and then uncrumple it, it will actually hold its shape. So add your mushrooms to that. We're gonna bake them for 10 minutes till they're just soft. Okay, remove those mushrooms from the oven. Now we're gonna add in our pesto, our cherry tomatoes, and our mozzarella. And we're gonna put it back in the oven and bake it for another 10 minutes, just until the cheese is melting and warm and it looks super delicious. Remove the mushrooms from the oven and then we're gonna top it off with a little bit of balsamic glaze and some basil, just some chiffonade basil. So just go ahead and add that on there. And now you're ready for just the tip. Okay, so here it is, how to store mushrooms. The thing with mushrooms is they like to be cold and dry, kind of like me. So you want to put them in a paper bag, roll that paper bag up and put it in the coldest spot of the fridge. That paper bag is going to absorb any moisture, because have you ever had your mushrooms in the fridge get slimy? It's because the plastic container they probably came in or the plastic bag that you put them in, that's why it traps in that moisture. So put it in a paper bag that will actually absorb that moisture and your mushrooms will last significantly longer. And so when you store your mushrooms that way in the fridge, they can keep fresh up to 14 days. That's a long time for mushrooms. Here's the thing, can you clean mushrooms? Yes. People argue about this on the internet all the time, but you can wash your mushrooms. No, your mushrooms are not going to absorb whatever you're washing them in. So I like to wash them in 4 parts water, 1 part vinegar, let them soak for about 10 minutes. That kills all the nasty things, removes all the debris, and then rinse those mushrooms. Let them fully dry and then just store them how I told you, and they will stay fresh for a very, very long time. But you can clean your mushrooms. They're not gonna absorb any of the liquid. They're mostly water anyway. Okay, are you ready for this hack for how to peel garlic? Here's what you do. Take a bulb of garlic, separate the cloves, add it to a pint-sized mason jar and put a lid on it. And then just shake the heck out of it. You're just gonna shake it really hard for about 10 seconds or so. And what's gonna happen is, as the cloves are bouncing around, it's gonna break off the peels and remove the peels from those cloves. You'll peel a whole bulb of garlic in just seconds. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, last thing, how to store herbs. In this recipe, you're using basil. So herbs are best stored if you put them in a glass jar with a little bit of water and store them just like cut flowers. Now for those woodier herbs like rosemary or thyme, pop them right in the fridge just like that. For herbs that have tender leaves like cilantro or parsley, you want to maybe put a bag over the herbs when they're in the fridge. That'll protect those leaves and keep them really, really fresh. Stored that way, these fresh herbs will last 2 to 3 times longer than you're probably used to. Now basil, like you used in this recipe, that's the tricky beast. So basil, you want to store it the same way I just mentioned, just like cut flowers, but not in the fridge. It's too cold for basil. So store it somewhere near sunlight, not too warm, not too cold in your house. You might have to do the bag trick, you might not, but stored that way, fresh basil will last a lot longer. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Something you want to see, drop a comment down below. Like to cook like I do, I release new videos every single week. See you next time.